is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2025 Pittsburgh Steelers.
To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here comes Williams on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year. Taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Rodgers will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 6-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. In motion, right is Metcalf. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd down now. They need 7. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. On him quick, and they bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. No throw, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Now I am flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, well, Tua's going to get
right away with the loose ball. Steelers have it, headed the other way. This is going to wind up inside the 10, so they jump on the fumble, and that's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fumble. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with 1st and goal waiting for them. Rodgers off the play action. Jukes away from one. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Warren. Here's a design run. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error? Just a single yard to go.
They sneak it with Rodgers. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Steelers parlay the turnover into a lead. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. D.S. Criggs to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. They watched their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Tua now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Leads to 3rd down.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to pick it up here with Achane. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's a great field position.
Well, a blitz on 4th down is a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And we'll see if they can be the first offense to get a drive going. It has been defense dominant thus far. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a 13-0 lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing. Chris Boswell to kick
Now
off for
Boswell on to
Pittsburgh.
send this away. Here comes Malik Washington. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Complete right side to Washington. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is a Dolphins first down.
Dolphins first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Miami.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, here's Tua. Line quick there, they bring him to the turn. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Back deep is Williams. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And this game is comfortably in hand early. They take possession with a 14-0 lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
To the air on 1st down. Rodgers setting up the running back screen. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. Man, the Steelers have a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Jack Jones making that tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. Throwing this one back at the end zone. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Dumped off to his running back. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Eskridge on the return. He dodged the tackle, and he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Trying for the deep ball. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, here's Tua. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first, and 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Working inside the red zone. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Tagovailoa again. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family, because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal units. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Fits it through the middle. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Rodgers going to throw on first. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. To throw again here on 2nd down, Rodgers. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw again, Rodgers. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
The Steelers set to punt it. Malik Washington will return this for the Dolphins. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. It is caught at the 20. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. A gain of 64 yards. And the Dolphin 1st down.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. It's Achane on the inside give. He's got 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Achane again. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That's caught. He's got Washington. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to send up first and goal.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Trying to run it in. H.A. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's second and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the first and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Another for H.N. And he punches this one in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a one-score game in the first half. Devon H.N. with the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Dolphins 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So first and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A gain of 26 yards there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. The Steelers leading the way here in Acrisure. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down throw here by Rodgers. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. He takes this forward a little to about the 39. That was the former 2-time Steelers All-Pro Minkah Fitzpatrick making that play.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Rodgers from the gun. Into a crowd and intercepted! Jack Jones has got it! And the Dolphins bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
That's just excellent dime coverage. Excellent dime defense right there. Quarterback, he's going to see a defender in coverage no matter where he looks. The end goal is making him force the throw when he shouldn't, and then capitalizing on the mistake with a turnover.
The Dolphins send a running back, Devon H.N., getting back to work. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll send him over right. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. Now the Dolphins call a timeout, it's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Tight end motioning right. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Taken in by Hill, right side. Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. Stopped by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Here he goes, third and long. Caught by Washington, left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Facing fourth down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. The kick by Patterson is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a fourth quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. Well, don't look now, Brock, but we are officially into December. And also, we've reached the end of our celebration of the legendary John Madden with the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Weekend. I know we've both enjoyed it. Hope you have as well. It's been an outstanding slate of games to honor him this year. Green Bay, Detroit was our opener, then Friday in Philly, and a busy schedule on Sunday. And now tonight, one final game to close out this week and the celebration of our coach. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Rodgers will look to throw. Moves this underneath to Warren. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
10 more yards.
Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. He's going to tuck it and run. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the first. He's at the 34.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's 2 on the seek. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
They've got first down here from the 36. Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to run for it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Here's Achane from the pistol. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
2nd down carry for Achane. Escapes the defender. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. First down from the 42. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Tua. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Tua now from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And no return here as this one ends up going out of bounds. The Steelers offense headed out. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. To the air on 1st down, Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
We've set it downs from 37. Rodgers going to throw on 1st. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Really gay there on the tackle.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Hits his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Rodgers off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Extra DB out there for the Finns. 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
They'll bring out the punter here. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Miami offense headed out there now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That is stopped by Alex Highsmith.
The tackle by Alex Highsmith. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. 4th down coming up.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
To throw is Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Completed over the middle. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They'll start the drive with Achane. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Here's a screen for Achane. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense. Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long.
And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Across the 45. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Rodgers from the gun. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Dolphins are headed out there alongside Jalen Waddle for this next series. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Achane again on 2nd. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. He lofts it deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He's hit before he can get anything on that return. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They get 22 out of that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
give left side to Warren. Free inside the 30. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Give him 25 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Counterplay here, Warren. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Steelers 27, Dolphins 13.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Washington now to return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. They get 35 out of that play. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 28-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Running with Achane here out of the gun. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on 1st And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Has it in close. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Tua and the Dolphins getting set to try for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Trying for it on the ground. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Dolphins 21.
You thought they were going to throw it, didn't you, Kate?
Could you tell? I did. I thought for a moment they might have been setting up to throw, but they stick to the ground. They run it in for 2.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building, because there's all these pretty pass plays, all these creative designs, but don't ever get away from the simplest form of football, and that's running it right down your opponent's throat.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Warren running between the tackles. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Warren quick on the draw. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Last run only gained 1 yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and long. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Pushing the tight end over. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Dolphins down by a touchdown. So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Desperation time here. And they get home and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, after that stop, Kate, they can start to celebrate. Well, kind of. They still got to finish this game. And my favorite formation in football, that victory formation. Get into it, secure the football, and you'll secure this victory.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
A few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.